Hi everyone, it's Don, and today I want to bring you in this video some warnings, not necessarily warnings, but watch outs of different online sites and things like that when you're looking to compare prices for a cruise or any kind of vacation or just flights or anything like that. So it's not necessarily seeing is believing, because there's a lot more to it than that, and I'm going to basically break it down right after this. So recently I've had a couple of experiences that I thought I should share with you. One is my own experience, well, they're kind of both mine, but one is an experience where I have some clients calling me and saying, look, this website is offering this cruise at this price, and can you look into it for me? So I'll go to the website and I'll look at and it's something like, cheapcruises.com or something along those lines, or supercheapfantasticvacations.net. You know what I mean? It's not a big website, it's not a main travel website, and it's definitely not a cruise website. And you'll see things like inside cabin, $200 onboard credit on certain staterooms. That's the catch. That's that catch on certain staterooms. And then they'll call me and they'll say, hey Don, can you beat this price? And I start looking at the cruise line's website and then my website for booking, and I'm nowhere near that. I don't even see the $200 onboard credit night. Well, obviously this is a really good deal for them. And I'll ask them where they saw the deal and everything like that. Maybe it's one of my competitors, and if it's one of my competitors, I might be able to match it if it's a main brand. But no, it's this other website. And so I take it upon myself to go in and I say, so did you go all the way through the process and book the cruise? I said, no, we just looked at the headline. There you go. You just looked at the headline. So once you go to these websites and you start clicking to actually confirm your cruise and pick your cabin, usually they won't even allow you to do that on the website. They'll start saying, enter your email address and we'll contact you. Or they'll say, here's the phone number, please call us. So I got the phone number and I called them and I said, oh yes, I'd like that $200 onboard credit for this Royal Caribbean cruise next year. And they said, oh, sorry, those cabins are all gone now, but we can get you the $50 onboard credit, and the price is now this, which is, a couple $100 more expensive than was advertised. Then I go back to the cruise line's website and look, and lo and behold, it's the exact same price with the exact same $50 onboard credit. So don't just assume that the very first price you see advertised is going to be what that final price is by the time you get to pay for it and actually book the room. And this can go for anything. And I don't mean to say that, never check these things out. Yes, but follow it through. Even myself, I had this experience recently where I was looking at booking a cruise for myself next month. And I said, okay, the price of my cruise is this month, but I'm going away again in May and I'm going away again in June. So, I don't want to overextend myself financially in paying for all these things all at once. And I said, as long as I can get half decent airfare. And so I went on my booking website that my travel agency uses, and I looked, and I also compared on a couple of those websites like cheapflights.com and things like this, and I found this flight from American Airlines from Ottawa to Fort Lauderdale and return, $255 Canadian. Super cheap. That is, I can't fly to Toronto for that from Ottawa. So, and it's only 4.5 hours down the road. So this is a great price. And I'm thinking, well, okay, it has 2 stops, so I'm on 3 different flights. But heck, for that kind of savings, I'll suffer through a long day of airfare and airplane travel. I mean, I'm going to save hotel fare and shore excursion fare and all this thing by taking that flight. So I almost went and just said, okay, I'm going to go book my cruise now, and then I'll come back and I'll book my flights, make sure that cruise is available. And then I thought to myself, let's double check this airfare. And I clicked to continue, and I clicked for myself, and no, I don't want their insurance, and clicked OK, and it started spinning the little wheel, and it comes up, and up in the top it says, warning, flight prices have changed from $255 to $899. So it more than went up 4 times the amount that I was going to pay. From 200s to 800s, that's a 400% increase almost. And as a solo traveler, that's close to what I'm paying for my cruise. So I just went, no, that's not going to happen. And that's on a booking website for agents. So even us agents have to follow it all the way through to make sure those prices are the same. And I'm telling you yourself, don't assume and say, oh, look, I can get this flight for this price, so I'm going to go ahead and book my travel and book my vacation and all this stuff and everything, and I'll come back and then I'll book my airfare. And when you start to go book your airfare, the prices have changed. The same with the cruise. You see that price and you think that's going to be the price. Until you get to the end where they actually say, please enter your credit card number, that price may go up from what they're advertising. So please keep that in mind, whether you're using an agent, doing these things by yourself. An agent will know these things, so they'll follow it through. But when you're booking yourselves, you can really get caught off guard, because a 400% increase in an airfare really can change your thought process on whether or not you're going to take that airline. Just as a heads up, that was the cheap one. The next airfares that I found were around $600 return, and I had 1 stopover, and so that wasn't too bad. But I decided, I'm going to hold off for a few more days. I waited 5 more days, and lo and behold, direct flights came up, $400 return. No stops. Ottawa, Fort Lauderdale to Ottawa, lined up perfectly with the times coming off the cruise, and a reasonable price. And not that much more than I was going to pay for the other one, but these ones were there, and I went all the way through and booked them to make sure. So there's my warning, there's my heads up. Please be careful when you're looking at these websites. I actually know of a person who saw the original price and kept clicking yes, 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 and they actually ended up paying $1,000 more for their vacation because the price changed and they didn't pay attention to it as they were booking and giving their credit card number. So really, really watch these things and look for the final number to make sure it's what you're expecting to pay. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos and more tips, please hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.